The PSU, or power supply unit, is obviously incredibly important to a computer to supply the power using this particular unit to the motherboard. Now with the motherboard, it has all of these different kinds of connectors. So let's take this one here, the SATA. The SATA is used typically for a hard drive and to supply the power there. You've got other things like these blue cable ends for the processor, I believe, and then you've got the PCI Express connectors, which will allow you to provide power to the graphics card. Then you've got another couple of these, which I think are just for generally in the motherboard. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you'll be able to find out looking at these particular connectors which go in at the end. So it's quite important to have a look at those because they actually correspond to the actual power supply unit itself. Presumably they get connected into here, and then that means those cables, one end obviously gets plugged into here, and then the other end gets actually connected to the motherboard itself. So looking at this number here, 650 watts. This is particularly important because you want to get your power supply appropriate to all of the things that you've got, or the components in the system. So you need to have an appropriate wattage for, say for example, you have a graphics card, processor, and anything else that's going to require power. If for a system that requires two monitors, where people have obviously for gaming or for work purposes, then two graphics cards will be required, and then a higher wattage will be needed. Anyone who's interested in computer games will need a higher wattage because they are going to use a higher powered graphics card. But then have a look at some websites which allow you to calculate the amount of power that your computer system might use.